Hello my dear Scorpio, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I will come back with every other weekly readings or mid-month readings again in August, but this reading will be for the whole month of July. Okay, so I used the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Sarah Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. So I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpio to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun will be in Cancer at the start of the month. Join that together with Mercury and Mars. Venus will be in Taurus, and July 5, Mercury transit over to Leo, and Venus moves from Taurus to Gemini. July 9, you had Swords cards jumping here, my dear Scorpios. 10 of Swords and Queen of Swords. This is Libra. 10 of Swords is kind of minor arcana death. We'll see more about what that can be, but it can be involving with a Queen of Swords. Maybe there's a relationship with someone that's a little bit guarded, okay? That's maybe ending with a tense, or maybe it's coming to some kind of fulfillment. Where were I? July 9, we will have the full moon in Capricorn. And July 21st, Mars and Sun will transit over to Leo. So July the 23rd of July, we will have the new moon also in Leo. Mercury and Moon moves into Virgo, July 25th. Venus moves into Cancer, July 31st. And for you, my dear Scorpio, Moon moves through July 3 to 4. And again, July 30 to 31. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds. So, okay, so my dear Scorpio, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the past will probably be in June, and the now in July, and the future in August. So you can watch this reading several times during this period, because what you don't understand the first time, when water runs under the bridge, the time goes by, you will have learned more of the things and maybe see more what I'm coming at. Okay, so the first card for you is the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is can be a person. It can be a person of any sex, and it can be an earth sign person. First and foremost, it's pointing to an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Usually this is Virgo, but it has other meanings. It's not just pointing to a person. It might be also a personality trait. It's about loving your body, being in your body, unconditional love, giving out of this loving energy. Queen of Coins, she's like a flower, giving away seeds and pollination, fertility, things like this. And she's also very good with money. She makes things grow, but also sometimes grudges can grow with this lady. And she's a teacher. She's a teacher of nature and old wisdom and herbs and things like this. And she's like everything with the female energy in one package. Wife, daughter, mother, mistress, everything. She's the feminine part of you, we can say. So even if you are a masculine person, she's a feminine part of you, very responsible, very much like the central sun of her environment. She is the one that you can't really do without, because she's She's being a little bit like the provider in many cases, like the one fixing the garden and coming home with the vegetables or the harvest. The king of coins is usually the one that makes the actual harvest, but the queen of coins is very nurturing. This is what I'm trying to get at. And she's also enlightened. You can see this on her forehead. Her third eye is open. So this is a very grounded, stable person. It can be a caretaker of yours or someone that you can go to that will take care of you or make you feel at home. And then we have a Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is your energy. It's also combined with Sagittarius energy. Knight of Wands is, this is a very grounded energy. And this is a very lofty energy. It's an energy that wants to run wild and experience everything. This one, she already have all the experience. She doesn't have to go to Paris. She can imagine how it is there. She can feel the smell of it just by closing her eyes. But the Knight of Wands, he needs to see Paris. He wants to get there. He wants to experience firsthand. And it's a very adventurous energy and fast moving. It's fire, and it's two dragons here. So that might be a person that has a little bit problem of keeping a straight line in their life. Like, she is stubborn. This one is has a very white and a very black side, and it's flipping between those two. So sometimes they are very charming, very intuitive. They can read your mind. They can understand you fully, and the next time you can't contact them, there's no one home, they are angry, they can be also very tricky. Sometimes this is play kind of person, and it's a younger energy than this Queen of Coins, so it might be like a child or a young person as well. It can be a mother-child situation. In this time, it might be a very revolutionary child that doesn't think that they actually need leaders or mothers or caretakers or someone telling them what to do, because they want to experience themselves. They want to make the mistakes for themselves. So Knight of Wands can be, it's usually fire or energy, or Scorpio, because Scorpio, Sagittarius has a lot of things in common. You can't see so much water here. It's the Scorpio's more transcendent kind of part. This side of you, this is very, you have the water, this being very emotional and knowing each other's emotions, but you also have the fire side to you. You are like the bird phoenix, and you're also this with transformation between elements, and there's many people here. Here you have a King of Swords. King of Swords can be an Aquarius person. It's usually an Aquarius, but it can be Libra and Gemini as well. And it can be any kind of person. The King of Swords is a person they don't say much, but they are watching and listening and judging. So they have a rather high sense of morality, at least when it comes to other people, because the flip side of King of Swords is that he has somewhat hard to see his own flaws, and he can also be a little bit over controlling. But the King of Swords is like the father archetype in this gang that you have here. And they will, this is like a family or a friend situation or something else, this one will kind of judge the relationship between those two, and know what should be done to solve the issues. But the King of Swords doesn't really tell. He can tell, but usually you have to ask him, or we can see what kind of energy this King of Swords come with. But they are watching and seeing and judging. And the King of Swords is a person that probably judge a lot what the Knight of Wands do, because they are not very like each other. The Knight of Wands wants to do mistakes, wants to live a full life, wants to have adventures. The King of Swords is very thoughtful of adventures. They think they have been and done and seen everything. They don't have to do anything more. They know it all, and they are very careful to be caught up in accidents or doing mistakes or the wrong thing, because they have this controlling element, and the Knight of Wands doesn't control anything. So this might be 3 people, or it might be different energies in your life, like your different archetypes. This might be your mother archetype, this is your more the child archetype, and this is the father archetype. And we can also say the child, the witch, and the warrior. The witch and the warrior is needed, because the witch, she is the one that has this lust to know where she wants to go, what she wants to create. The warrior is the one that protects you, and the child is the one that needs to protect, needs to be protected, sometimes from themselves, in this case, I would say, but also the child bears the soul's what the soul needs to accomplish during this lifetime. So the King of Swords might want to play it safe, but the Knight of Wands wants to fulfill their mission. So, and the missions is often filled with challenges. The King of Swords has a very human plan of things, wants things to go smooth like this. But the Knight of Wands knows that there's going to be more pulse in the thing, that you're going to climb to your highest, and then you're going to do some stupid things and fall into the swamp, and then you have to climb again. And the King of Swords thinks that this is unnecessary, because it's better that you just take the straight road and come forward to your destination safe and sound, without any challenges. And the Knight of Wands doesn't agree. So if this is a family, I think there will be some tensions, but also a lot of love and consideration, especially for the Knight of Wands. So, okay. And Queen of Coins, this witch quality, it's usually come like the more masculine queens, with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, more bitchy quality. But here she comes like a very loving herb kind of witch, like a very good witch, very loving witch. So, and here you have an Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is it's very high form of love. It's love that's that can go through anything. It's very pure. If you have like a person loving you like this, it's very pure intention. And if you're loving someone like this, it's go beyond what that person say or do. It's a very deep love connection. It doesn't matter that it's not challenges. Sometimes it's more challenges because of this. When you feel this deep love, you might do reckless things because your heart needs what it needs. It has certain either it can be that you are too open with your heart, showing too much emotions. I'm saying too much, but I'm talking about the challenges with the Ace of Cups, that you are too open-hearted and you throw yourself out there. Or it can be that you are so afraid to break this hope and this love here, and that it will get tainted. So you do stupid things to cover up that you love someone this much. So the Ace of Cups is it's very deep soul connection as well, and it can be really hard to break this kind of love. But it can also talk about new love. Sometimes when you meet someone and you fell in love like this deep, this is because it's a soul connection. Okay, Ace of Cups. And the next card is the Fool card. So it's this child thing again, and this adventurous, going too close to the edge, falling over, and always being a little bit like naive and trustworthy, that whatever, how bad it gets, you will still land on your 2 feet. So it might be a family situation, but it's up to you to judge this. And it might be 2 children, or this with child being emphasized in your life, that that you need to look at yourself as a child right now, or in June anyway, that your actions then were very childlike, and you had to come in contact with your inner child and your inner beating heart. So this is a very fragile state for you, very trusting and naive, and yet very, how can I say, it's like this energy that, well, what I said before, reckless. So you are very fragile, but in the same time reckless with this energy, throwing yourself out there. So this is what the divine, they are probably applauding this, because they want everyone to be in this state, because in this state we will go to any adventure, we will do anything, we will follow our heart to its limits, and we will fight for the kind of the right thing, and we will be very challenged, and in the end we'll come home much more experienced, and we have learned a lot of things, and maybe a little bit tainted and tired because of all the challenges and all the traumas and things that has been happening. So the divine is applauding this, but the King of Swords might not. They might want to protect you from this, or judge you for this. Okay. So, and it might be like a new maybe the King of Swords in this reading is doing some new reckless thing as well. Maybe that you have tainted them with your energy, so they are becoming more like opening their heart and becoming more childlike. Maybe they have seen what you have been doing, and maybe they also want to take a chance. So it can be like this as well. And this is in June. It's mostly a personal person cabinet, and this deep love connection. And the Fool is this is an Ace of Cups. It's the first card in the emotional arcana, like with emotions and love and romance and deep feelings. And the Fool is the first card in the major arcana, so it's the first step. So definitely something new, or someone very young. Okay, and this is in July. And underneath the Queen of Coins, we have the Devil. So the Devil is usually Capricorn, but it's probably connected to this with the witch thing. It's emphasizing the witch thing. The witch archetype part of you, a mother witch, father warrior, it's the deeper and darker parts of you that needs to be excavated during your lifetime. The shadows, the devil, will carry a lot of memories of past traumas. So sometimes the queen can act irrational because of past traumas or injuries, or that she has she's trying to cover up for her shadow side. She don't want tears to come out, or she don't want to look like a fool. It can be something similar to this. So with the Queen of Coins and the Devil, there's something cooking underneath the surface, something that will probably challenge you all. With the Devil, the Queen of Coins is very determined, and she will have her way through stubbornness, and people are kind of listening to her, even though she's coming off as very sweet and like this enlightened creature. Her more darker side is very convincing, and they might have the upper hand in this game. So the Devil, your deepest, darkest fears, or the thing about you that you don't think that other people will like, so you're hiding them from the world so you will be loved. But the witch needs to stand up for who she is through and through. It has been a hard time because during the past 2,000 years, and anyone that has like this more revolutionary side to them has been persecuted, executed, burned on stake, things like this. But here it's the feminine energy rising again. We can see the end of this horned era when in the Bible they made a golden calf. That's the end of the age for Taurus. And the people that was making this golden calf, they were killed. In the Bible it says it was 3,000 people. So that was when a more patriarchal religion took over, and this with the body and going through it's more shamanistic. It's very shamanistic. It's deep level. It's animal totems and going on inner journeys. It's going deeper into the body. It's connecting with God through the body. So this is something that's forbidden due to our new the culture tradition that came to life. Has been to life in the last 4,000 years. So this is a reconnection, and when we do this reconnection, this energy is very old, and it has been brewing here down in the basement or prison for a very long time, and it has been traumatized also by execution or also this, what I said before, with being haunted or not haunted, that's ghosts, being like persecuted because of your beliefs or your who you are. So this is a very energy that feels very shamed, like they don't have the right to live, almost, because everyone says that you are wrong. So this is being awakened here, so it can be a lot of troubles. And you see the circular energy here, it's very feminine. It's the feminine body. It's the feminine secrets. Something here is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's for a good cause, of course. We want to have this reconnection with the body. No one can be enlightened just by going up, up, up. They need to go down, down, down as well. Deep rooted down to your roots, down to your who you are, finding out like in deep bottoms of yourself. And this is Ace of Cups. It's like bottomless. It has this, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole, you will go down here and you will come to the divine and back again. So it's this with your Merkaba, it's this with your energy field. It can't go just up to the divine realms through your through this with not having a body and suppressing the body. You need to go down into the body as well. So a good way to have authority over others is to shame them, because then they won't have the clear rebellious connection with their true soul self here. This is connected to you as well. When you get this connection, there's a lot of work to do, but it will be very rewarding, because in the end you will have the key to your total soul self, and you will have restored your energy field, and it would be very beautiful. So, and we see that you are yes, this Page of Coins coming as the child here. So we have the witch and the child again emphasized. It's the same thing that you're doing still. Your child is, of course, very Knight of Wands is the energy it's very wise in some sense. It's almost Buddha-like. It's challenging other people. So it knows a lot of things. It's like very ancient, but it's still this child. So you see with the Buddha, it's like a wise person and a child in the same. So this is coming for you as well. The Page of Coins is your inner child, of course. And you see this cross that you have with this person. You're very intimate with this person. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be any type of relationship, but you are very crossed. It's like you have the same energy working with the same thing. So when she works with her shadow, you will be very affected with this. And when you work with your inner child, this person will be very affected by this. The inner child is this is an energy that wants to be loved for who they are, and they are willing to go do anything to be loved by other people. They need love to survive. It's a very willingness to do the right thing, and it clashes with your Knight of Wands energy that wants to do every mistake that's known to man, so you will live a fuller life and no more. So on one hand, this is the two dragons again. On one hand, you want to challenge people around you. On the other hand, you want them to love you. So this is making a lot of problems both for you and for other people. But what can you do? This is who you are. This is who you were supposed to be. You're not supposed to change into something else, but you're supposed to become more aware. And maybe that's where the King of Swords come in, because he's the watcher of it all. He can see And you can use this energy to start seeing yourself, start to listen to yourself. Ask yourself, okay, so I did this stupid thing, why? And dig deep, deep, deep for the questions, real deep. This is the awareness that you need to make this all come together. And yes, the King of Swords, we have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess and the King of Swords and the Queen of Coins, it's a similar energy, so you can see this. They are both enlightened, and this is the wings, the wisdom. This is some kind of connection with those two people as well. Maybe this is a family situation, or it can be a love triangle also. But it's like you have this soul mission together. So you see here the High Priestess, she's totally immersed in water. So she has beautiful connection with her deep underwater emotions, her body. She can feel her biofeedback system and also the biofeedback from the divine. When you get anxiety, for example, that's the divine. It's trying to connect with you, trying to give you some new directions, and you are running the other way. But this girl, she's not afraid of this. Or guy, because it comes underneath the king. She's not afraid of her feelings. She knows them to be a language, much like the whales talk with frequencies underwater. She knows that it will vibrate through her body with different sensations, and she's learning this language, the language of emotions. It's a telepathic language. You can use it to know what other people are feeling, because when you come close to them or look them in the eye, you can get this vibration, this connection between the two of you. So she's very connected with her feelings and her body. And she also, this with the thoughts, being able to see things from an above level, the King of Swords. She has these judgmental skills. Also angel radio, listening to her, she don't let her thoughts rambling on, like on and on and on. And if they do, she knows they have an important message, not that they're actually telling the truth, but they are pointing to something that's the truth. It might be you worrying about something, like this is going to be like this, and I'm fearful, it's going to happen like this is what I see, this is the mistake. And you can give a lot of attention to that and see what is it that you are so fearful about. What's the worst thing that could happen? If you go deeper, how would that affect you if it would actually happen, this worst case scenario that people often have in their head? Because this is telling a lot about you. It has it's tiny information, just a thought that carries a lot of information if you go deeper within it. This being able to judge a situation, also having the experience from the past and the seeds to the future. So it's a very complete person, very complete situation. It's a higher consciousness, being pulled by the moon. So this is what I'm talking about. When the celestial beings or the divine wants to talk with you, they are going to pull your waters, make you maybe depressed, so you need to stay at home in fetal position, and then they will be able to talk with you. So in the darkest places you will find the greatest treasures. This is when you have actually connected to your shadow and you like it. Okay, you like everything about you. This person here, they are not listening to what other people say about them. They are very in tune with their soul. So you have good help here, I think. And you are those things as well, of course. Everything that you mirror in your life is also things that you have within you. Maybe they just need to wake. You definitely need to wake this energy, because it's the awareness, it's the key to getting enlightened and to have a more fuller and easier life. Because if you see your shadow, you can heal this. And you can take new. We are often working and operating like in a certain pattern over and over again, very unconscious pattern, and this is getting it conscious and seeing this pattern and therefore being able to heal it. Okay, so next card is the Lovers. So Ace of Cups and the Lovers. There's some deep love connection here, very profound, and it's about human evolution, because love is like a honey trap. This is the vine that has gotten to you and waken you and waken some resource within you that can go through fire and water to get what you want. So love is like this. If we weren't to fall in love, the people that's very careful to fall in love, they are not being challenged so much and they are not growing so much. So your sparring partner, your love partner, is often a picture of your shadow. So you're all often very challenged by your partner, your romantic partner, or a person in, it can be any kind of relationship, of course. And you mirror yourself in them. So be grateful for your worst enemy. They are often coming with very great clues to you, exactly as your tormenting thoughts can do, if you really check into them and see what this situation wants to tell you. And it's with the snake and the apple, it's evolution, human evolution. We are here to evolve. We are here to climb to higher and higher states of consciousness and greatness. So, and underneath the Fool we have the Death card, and the Death card is of course you, Scorpio, and this is Pluto here, and Pluto is currently moving retrograde in Capricorn. So this is about stability. You risk of losing something that's very valuable to you due to some kind of shadow that you have and that you're unaware of. And this is often the case. We love a person, but we don't know why we are behaving so irrational together with them. But that's because they are waking our shadow, and we are supposed to go and look at this shadow and becoming more aware. So, okay, why are you reacting this way? Why are you feeling this way? Why are you destroying your relationships? What is happening? If you can answer those questions, you can change your pattern, and this stability that's rocking right now doesn't have to rock so much anymore. With Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn, it's about making a stronger foundation. So if you want to make a stronger foundation, you need to excavate the foundation, going deep within, seeing what it's made of. So this is going inside of you, deeper and deeper, until you find the roots, and the roots causes for your own probably irrational behavior. We don't see this so much here, but I'm getting the sense with every card that that's some kind of it's the shadow, it's rebellion, it's my way or the highway, it's judgment also, and it's mixed with tears. So it's a lot of things going on, and it's coming from a lot of different people. But here you are being challenged to actually go deeper, to look deeper with you, and the reason also to why you're acting reckless with your relationships and maybe risking them, because there's something that you're fighting for that seems more important, and you need to find out, because your subconscious and your body is often doing a lot of stupid things to make you they are trying to help you in the best way they can. So for example, if you are addicted to stress hormones, your thoughts will always trigger you to get stress hormones. You will think stressful thoughts, so you will have stress hormones because you are addicted to them. So that's a pattern that you want to break. The body is trying to help you. Okay, so she or he is addicted by this, and I need to help them to obtain this chemical level of stress hormones so they can feel at ease. So what you need to do then is to be aware of your thoughts, and just see them, listen to them, write them down, give them a lot of attention, and eventually they will crack like the troll in the sunlight when you have looked at them enough. And you don't have to think those awful thoughts again and again to get this rush of stress hormones, because you're not addicted anymore. And the other thing is sickness. Your body can become very sick to try to help you. If you don't want to go to that garden party, you might catch a cold. That's how the body helps you. But sometimes it helps you in a way that's almost killing you. We have an example with, for example, we have MS. People that's very reluctant to ask for help often get MS because not often, but they can get MS because then they are forced to ask for help, and they need help. We all need each other. We need to have connections and feeling love. So a man is not an island. So this is how your body helps you in a destructive way. So you need to become aware of this. So you can, when it's like a child driving a car without any road direction, without any adult supervision, and you need to become that adult supervision. You need to take in this King of Swords energy. You need to become more aware of what's going on inside of you. Awake, snap, snap, wake up. And check out, feel the feelings. Don't run away from them. Go deep within them and stay with them and see what they want to say to you, even if it's getting you into a panic state. Because this really wants to transform now. You need to face your deepest fears. And that seems like a very nice time to spend vacation for those living in the northern hemisphere and having summer right now. So going deep within, but in the sunlight, maybe the trolls will crack more easily. So going out in nature and doing this thing will be very rewarding for you. So it's some, really deep things that's going on for Scorpio right now. This is in July. And here we have August. So underneath the Queen of Coins and the Devil, we have a little Page of Swords. So it seems like something with the Queen of Coins might... it's something that she hasn't been able to say, or he hasn't been able to say. It's a Capricorn usually. It can be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. It can be any sign. It can be air, it can be water, it can be fire. Just this person having this role in your life, or you having this role, being the caretaker, but having a shadow and an inner child that also needs to be taken care of and be listening to, because the Page of Swords is a side of them. It points to their shadow. It can be a new person as well, coming in after the death here, but we will check this out from different angles. So the Page of Swords might be the shadow that they have found, and with the shadow we have the Page of Swords. That's a kid that's very smart and also being able to see a situation from above, like the King of Swords. They have this ability when they come. But when they are not listened to, or people are thinking that, well, they are not right, they are wrong, or they don't want to listen to that truth, this person gets silence. And we see the Two of Swords is like a challenge. Being silent, trying to keep like the lid on, trying to not make people upset, trying to be very diplomatic. They have learned in some way that this personality trait with them is very dangerous, because when they say truthful things, people react in a very bad way. So they have silenced themselves for this reason. And so this person needs to start talking about what it is that's bothering them, and they need to have support in doing this, be encouraged. Tell me what you are thinking. Tell me what's happening here. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Could be a very good way to act towards this person. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is exactly what I said. So it can be another person as well. But you see it's going like this as well. King of Swords and those two pages. So still it might be a love triangle or a family situation with more than one children. And I told you what the Page of Swords were. This not trusting other people to love them. So it seems like those two have the same problem, but they might take it out on each other. And here you have a Queen of Cups. So I think you're soon to have all the dressed cards in this reading. So the Queen of Cups, it's like you're changing here roles. This one takes your reckless role and need to be, this was the mother here, and now they need to be nurtured by you and your Scorpio side. Here you have your fiery, rebellious, I don't give a damn side. And here you need to have this compassion. This other side of you needs to come forward. It's Cancer here, but Scorpio, Pisces as well. And as I said, it can be any person that's need to to have this very beautiful connection with their the telepathic skills of knowing how someone else feels. So if you know how someone else feels and you know them to feel like this, or having a deep shadow, don't take advantage of this. Help this person instead. Help them to give them the emotional support to be able to communicate. Even if you think them to be judgy or trying to decide what you should do and things like this, let them, because this is healing for them. If you can let them take charge and decide what you should do, this will heal this person. So maybe it isn't so costful for you, or not so expensive for you to actually do this, to be this. They seem to have been this for you before. Maybe you can help them in the future here with holding their heart, or holding your heart space for them to act crazy a little bit, and you still love them for what they are. So okay, and underneath the King of Swords and the High Priestess we have the Four of Coins. So Four of Coins is this stability, but it seems like it's a stability it wants to protect itself. It doesn't protect the whole family or the whole relationship or the whole system. This King of Swords energy with the High Priestess have decided to protect one part. And you see the Earth here. So it might be, I want to protect my family, I want to protect myself. But protecting from what is the question? What are you trying to protect yourself from? What's so dangerous out there? We can see the suspicious eyes on this person. What is the trust issues in this? What's the trust issues here in this situation? If we have Four of Wands here, that would be a very fertile situation, because the Four of Wands doesn't exclude anyone. It's very lofty and still have this self-love. But this is self-love tending to becoming egocentric, taking care of just you and you alone, or just your family group, or your level, like whatever you identify yourself with, you're protecting that. So identifying with, yes, okay, so, but it's anyway, it's a new stability, it's a new foundation, but it might exclude one of you. If there's many people here, might be some like no contact, or it's trying to make an adult decision, I think, and with high moral values, but it might backfire a little bit. But it seems when it goes in this direction, I'm feeling very like it's easy to breathe and everything for me here. So I think in this direction, if you protect each other in this way, that's very beautiful. But if you just protect yourself, that's not the beauty anymore. And here we have the Four of Coins and the Lovers and the Fool. So this is the very romantic, explosive energy. Maybe this is what you want to protect yourself from, getting hurt by love. So closing and containing and staying in your comfort zone, and things similar to this. So underneath the Ace of Cups and the Lovers, we have a Nine of Wands. So this seems like this situation, people will let go of each other. People will let go of each other's hands, and they will sacrifice love for boundaries. Okay, they will sacrifice love for rules. They will sacrifice love for being the one that wins and protecting their broken heart, because the Nine of Wands is usually a person that has been traumatized in some way, and therefore they are traumatizing others in the same way. And we can see this coming from you, Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, Nine of Wands. So the more you battle in this situation, the more you are going to lose. And I'm not talking about abusing relationship. If you are in an abusing relationship, of course you should put boundaries, but do so with love. Don't hate. Don't put up walls. Put up I saw a t-shirt yesterday, make love, not walls. So I think this is going for you, Scorpio. Make love, not walls. If you have people around you loving you and supporting you, don't test their love to the extent of their limits, because you will be thrown out. You will be left out. You will have to go this road alone, and it's not going to be nice. It's going to be a challenge, yes. So challenge part is right. You have gotten the challenge that you wanted, but you might also lose this this big gathering of people here that seem to be very supportive of you. and you're doing something important work together. So don't let this turn into something that's very lonely. And the 9 is connected to the Hermit. That's very lonely, but this person is still fighting. They are rather fighting than saying I'm sorry. They are rather fighting than giving up and saying, okay, I was wrong. So they are fighting for an empty landscape. They are fighting for something that's, when this fight is over, everything is lost. So this will be for some of you that this is the case, and for others it will be the other way around, that someone in your surrounding is fighting for something, and that will leave them all alone, because they are thinking that this, with winning and polishing their own like surface or ego, or taking care of themselves only, will lead to happiness and success. And of course it won't. It will lead to isolation, and that's not the most beautiful part in this story. You can choose differently. This is the future. It's still, you can still change this. The last card is Strength, and that's very helpful actually, because Strength, this is actually the minor arcana Strength, and this is the major arcana Strength. So this can be your way out from this situation. Be the bigger person. Take your fighting skills to be the bigger person, saying that you're sorry, because then you are the one that wins, if winning is important for you, because you wins in being the bigger person. And that you fake it till you make it. Fake to be a loving and caring person until you actually are. This can also be having boundaries. If you need to put boundaries, I don't see against what, because it's only love here, but maybe boundaries against your own shadow or someone else's shadow. Maybe you can't deal with their shadow anymore. So then you have to put boundaries, and you need to be strong, but you can still be loving. You see, this person is very loving. They are being able to talk with their inner animals and talk with their revolutionary side, and always be in harmony with it. So use it for good causes. This strength, the devil, being used for the body, the intuition, the body's biofeedback system. It can all be used to your advantage. It doesn't have to give you stress hormone or make you sick. It can give you endorphins and make you happy as well. It depends on what kind of ruler you will be for your body, what kind of ship, this captain you will be for your body. If you will be aware, if you have this kind of combination, you can be very aware and very much the bigger person, making a clear judgment and knowing what to do in the situation. So this can help you, or it can be your fall. It depends if you use your strength for egocentric purpose, or for bringing more love into the world. Either like this with make love instead of walls. So this is the advice to you. If you can do this, you will win, and if you don't, you will lose. Okay, so it's a lot of people here, so it's hard. I will just take some card here. Okay, so we have this as the overall energy, and this with winning and being able to fool other people or trick other people, or to have the power over them. It's something that needs to go. It's only making karma for you, bad karma for you, or if there's another person, they are getting a lot of bad karma. And it's the apple again. So there's a snake in your paradise, definitely. It's someone that's a snake. Is it you? Then it's easy. You just need to change. If it's someone else, well, maybe you need to put up boundaries. Okay. And this is, of course, a challenge that's there for the evolution of human consciousness. So it's not a bad thing through and through. It's going to wake you and help you in some way. But if this is you, it can be really hard to see your own shadow, and you might have to fall on your nose before you realize this, before you see what you have lost. So sometimes the world is giving us hard lessons. So we have also this. So it might be connected to childhood. A lot would be connected to childhood. You have just 2 children here. And the King of Swords can be like a person right now that's very good it's very good energy, but in the past, it might represent your father, and maybe some lost love. This person doesn't want to looking inside. It's checking out memories. It's standing diary here, so it's memories from the past, and it's it might be that you haven't got enough love from your father archetype. Because the children comes here to this King of Swords, so maybe you didn't get enough love from your father archetype, and now you are kind of caught in the past, and you want this person to love you, so you're acting maybe in some protecting way, overprotecting way towards people, so they can't really get close to you and give you this thing that you're longing for, this attention or love, or maybe you are getting attention in the wrong way as well. We have a little doll there. Also, even if this is a grown-up person, they still have their toys with them. So it's definitely something connecting with the childhood and things like this. We'll also take a past life oracle card to see what kind of karma that might be lying to foundation here for you, Scorpio. Oh, Father. Okay. So, Father and wars and battles. So, you don't have to win this war. And the one that wins here is the one that's saying that they're sorry and that's going to improve their ways. That's the one that's going to win, not the one that's keeping on fighting. So you don't have to fight this authority anymore. You can join hands with others and get a better connection. If you have very abusive people around you, you think, start with yourself. How are you treating you? And when you change your way of treating you, others will change their way of treating you. So if you are still in war with your father, you need to stop that and start loving yourself instead, and for who you are, true and true. And if you do, you will stop this warrior act, and you won't have this warrior energy anymore, and you won't kill your relationships. So, okay, my dear Scorpio, I hope this helped, and I will be back in the end of July for doing your August readings. Probably I will start, it will be between July 20 to 25th. I thought I was going to do it from the 17th, but I will still be traveling at that time. Welcome back for the August reading, and I wish you a very good summer. Okay, take really good care. Bye-bye.